This is Romy Mack, and welcome to 2 Cents, where we talk about any and everything, give our 2 cents. Yeah, on today's show, we got this virus that's going on near Fort Walton Beach, Herbert Field area, and some other stuff. But before we get going, let me get the co-hosts who are going to be on the show today. Of course, Ebony, Sugar Booger, and then Mike. Yo, y'all on? Yeah. We in here. Yeah, Ab. So, talk to me about this thing that's going on in at Herbert Field.
So, I guess there's this norovirus going around. Since y'all know, everybody get like cold, highly contagious. Has been spread around. It's like an outbreak. Oh, actually, it's in Seattle too. I'm looking at it right now online. So it's pretty much like a winter bug.
Right.
So it's around a lot of places. So it's just people need to wash their hands. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't if you feel sick, stay at home. So you don't get other people infected. It's pretty much severe vomiting and diarrhea. It can cause a sudden onset of that. It's spread through food or water, contaminated. And if you come in close contact with an infected person, you can possibly get it. So I guess right now, Herbert, well, what I see is that, the daycare centers, all daycare centers are closed. They canceled a lot of kids' holiday functions that they celebrate on the days due to this virus going around or passing around to people. And, that's just how quickly it's spreading. You want to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe. And if it's another, I just saw a minute ago, it was in Seattle, somewhere in Seattle, it was passed around. So it's not just in Herbert, Florida, but other places too as well. It begins 12 to 48 hours after exposure, so it might take a minute for you to, figure out that you actually have it. But you can also get a fever, nausea, abdominal pain, cramps, diarrhea, malaise, low grade fever, low pain. So if y'all have any of that stuff, y'all need to go seek medical attention.
All right. Thank you for scaring the hell out of us with that information, but it is definitely informative. That's. I mean, as far as again, the daycare center thing. So you said they shut down the daycare center.
Yes, they shut it down. They're cleaning it, sanitizing the places. Because I guess they had a high. I don't know, maybe it was a high number of kids that may have had it.
Yeah.
So they, that happens a lot. When the base commander has to, make this tough decision, even though it affects people because, the work mission don't stop. So you're going to have to find somebody else to watch your kids for you because you will spot it shut down, So we have to make it
the work day.
So don't bring your kids. If you don't take their asses to school or daycare. Keep them home so you don't spread it to others. That's when people do that. Their kids are sick and they take them anywhere pretend they didn't know. But come on now. Don't let infection.
Wow.
So don't do it.
All right. Well, norovirus spread. Research on it. Make sure that you don't fall within the lines, and if indeed you feel like you do, definitely check with your doctor and go from there. We go next. Sexual assault allegations. Most recently, what's the most recent person we've seen this week? They had Tavis Smiley, but Tavis Smiley's trying to fight that. It's like a thing with PBS, I believe. Yeah, he's trying to they took his show off of PBS, and now he's fighting this case though. So I don't know. He's the only one I know that's fighting the case. Everyone else is pretty much conceded in defeat. Between Russell Simmons he's got allegations about rape. Before it was touching, but now it's about like rape. And I honestly, like we talked about it yesterday, I don't think it's gonna be all over until we're watching women on every channel. I don't mean to I'm not making light of again these derogatory things that have happened to women, but it just seems like it's I think it won't be over until all men are out of commission with this thing as far as how they've been carrying themselves. So
Yeah.
we're looking.
This whole thing. People have been, screaming about assault and stuff for years, whether it's a celebrity or a regular, or just regular person like myself, But something like this, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, this big trending. Now, I don't want to call it trending, but it's trending now, like it's all over the place, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like ESPN is gonna have an all-female cast, in the coming years. It's just a matter, just a matter of time, before it's before we're watching the Amazons, basically. It's like a world. Maybe Wonder Woman was like a premonition or something like that. It's like a world filled with nothing but women doing we're doing everything. And what's really gonna, I feel like what's really gonna shake shit up. And again, I make no light of this, but it's like when Rosie O'Donnell or like even Ellen get allegations and shit. So how does that change everything?
I don't know. It's a sad situation, and at the same time, it's like you don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't know if some people are just abusing this or what. Because I'm different, but I'm not. Some people they say, hey, yeah, if somebody forced themselves to you, yeah, okay. But if someone said, hey, you want to be famous? All right, you gotta, suck on the dick or something. That's a totally different thing. I mean that. So, that's totally different. You know what I'm saying? Well, you get paid. You just have to.
But I mean, what if a guy comes out, what if a guy came out with allegations, against a woman saying he was improperly touched or something like that?
Yeah.
Would it all go the same way? You know what I mean?
No. Nope.
Would it be, would you even believe that? Would you even believe that?
Yeah, there were some males that I think came out for the whole Me Too campaign, and people were like, no, that's just for females. No, it happens to males too.
Right.
It's treated differently though.
It is. They're treated a lot different.
Yeah.
Shouldn't. They have to because you can't, you what?
Yeah.
I think my thing on it is like I don't like the fact that you can reach so far back, try to pull this, bring this to light now. If you was 21 and you just now, or say you was 22 when it happened, and now you like 54 or you like 40 something years of age and you just now coming out with this, I don't think you need to throw that out because you've been of age, you've been, old enough to speak up. And now all of a sudden you want to come out when you're in hard times. It's kind of like, insurance policy. Kind of.
Yeah. I just feel for Cosby. Cosby's too old to even remember what the fuck he did. But I mean, if indeed, they find evidence on him, I make no light of Quaaludes or anything, associated with it. But he had some numbers, man. But I mean, again, he did live a long time, the people the women that have came out against him have been, the numbers have been astounding.
And then with Trump, I guess whoever's the White House, who's like the press, her name's Sarah something.
Yeah.
But she went out and made a statement saying that, the world or the public knew about these allegations, while he was running for the White House and they still elected him. So does that make it okay for him not to really get no?
Hey.
That shit's wild.
Whatever that very mature looking 35-year-old woman says on that panel is her business. And the entire entire Trump shit is a joke. I think they had a spokesperson that was on CNN and they were talking about the swearing, on the Bible, and it was like, you do know that you don't have to swear on the Bible. It can be anything or whatever. And he was like, well, Trump swore on the, it was a Christian Bible, and he was like caught it was caught flabbergasted. It was speechless for like a solid 10 seconds. Because he really did not know that you could swear on top of any book. You know what I mean? It was And again, this is a guy that's supposed to be in politics and know these things, but it's a very funny video. I'm pretty sure you can check your timeline. You can YouTube it, Google it, whatever. Just Trump spokesperson lost for words. Yeah, it's an interesting view. To be on blast like that for the whole world to see that you don't know shit, and it just basically shows that about the Trump administration, as far as how they carry things, and it's only a matter of time. I don't know necessarily if he'll be impeached or if he's going to just do 4 years, but one of the two is going to happen. One of the two things is going to happen. We'll see. Oh boy. At least he hasn't said anything about the NFL lately. I can appreciate that. Stay the fuck away from the NFL. The NFL got enough trouble as is. We're working our way to watch flag football by the week. So,
pretty much. Yeah, if that comes to fruition, then I got a shot.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go out there, man. Just don't fuck with my leg, man. I recovered from a torn ACL. Just don't go for the legs, and I think I'm good. Yeah. What else we running to next? All right, Eb. We talk about this money thing that you got going on. Is it ours? Is it mine? I got news for you. My money is mine already. I can tell you that right off the motherfucking rip. That money is mine. I earned it. You earned your money. That's how I see it. Whatever I choose to do with that money is my business. It alleviates a lot of arguments. Yeah. So again, maybe I just don't work well with others when it comes to shit like that, especially money, food and money. As far as I gotta, yeah, I'm so used to living alone. I think that's what it is. I'm so used to living alone, so there's a lot of selfish things about me. I'm one hell of a giver. I can give a lot of things, but certain things I still have that mindset that my money that I work for is mine, and the food that I buy with my money is also mine. You know what I'm saying? Again, I can get stuff for most cases. For instance, when I was in a relationship, and it was me and my lady and her kid, and I would get groceries. I would get a lot of the groceries that was some stuff that I thought she might like, some stuff I thought that her kid might like. Like snacks and shit. Kids don't really eat too much, but get a little snacks and shit, and then food wise, and then stuff that that she could have. But again, it never really I don't think it bothered me for the simple fact that again I was providing. And for all you women out there, me being the alpha male that I am, it's an innate need for us to provide for our loved ones. You know what I'm saying? That's what we live for. Without that, there is no purpose. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a leech or a boy in a sense, to where I'm relying on someone else's, or relying on a woman for me to to get by. And that's not me. Well, I'll just say that it's just not me. But Ebony, what's your I would say your stance on the whole the money thing?
I'm just saying my money. I don't like sharing. Not that I don't like it, but I think this is the main problem. I like to have my own time. You never know what might happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a time where my husband can't provide, but I'm already, I got something set aside, for us all. So,
right.
I can be, a provider if I have to, depending on what the circumstances are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's an important thing, because if you throw everything in one pot, you should, I was a lot of managers advise me, you should put everything in one spot. Because you should put, bills and things in one spot, but as far as money-wise goes quick because you never know what might happen. You know what I'm saying? When people usually when they first get married, they think that they just automatically. But that person has some bad spending habits that you don't know about, or you don't agree with. You know, and that can mess up a lot. You know, in the long run, we all share money. You got to worry about. Oh, I want to spend $100 on some shoes, but I need to make sure that this fool is spending money first. You know, so you don't have to worry about that when you have your own pot of money.
Yeah.
And something is, if you had that before you got into it, you have a relationship, then it's yours. That does not carry over to the next person. That is yours, and yours. So no, I will not be shoes. I'm sorry, but I couldn't. It's just that type of thing. A lot of people always, they have to say that, no, it's his is ours and mine is mine. No, that's not how that works. That's not how it should work. It's just, you can put a movie together, but at the same time, you better have your own on the side or whatever. But don't put it all in one spot.
Okay. All right, Mike, man, what's your stance on the whole thing of as far as like money? Is it ours or is it my shit?
It ain't none of ours, man. It's a fucking government. I would say, man, it's better just to have everybody just have their own, separate accounts, own money thing, That way it makes things, in case y'all do kind of break up, y'all do go separate ways, it makes things easier. You ain't gotta be like, oh, I want this, I want that.
Right.
I feel that, I think if you're gonna have, I think you should probably have like a joint account that you can just throw some money in case y'all do, want to do something, or
right.
It kind of alleviates, how much you gonna pay for this, how much you can pay for it. You really gotta worry about that, because you got the account. So
cool. Okay, so you guys, have some kind of joint account. You put some money in. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, listeners, and whenever they be listening to the show, they'll write at the bottom, as far as how do they feel when it comes to money. Is it me and the spouse, or is it me, or is it my money alone? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, everybody has a different view on these things. I don't really feel like there's a right or wrong answer. It really depends on the personalities that you're dealing with and what you're willing to put up, and what you're willing to put up with. Let me see what. All right, Eb. Obviously, we talked about this yesterday, and it was quite, I would say, quite intense on by your other half. So I'll ask you, why do women think that we can? Just a general. It's a general statement. I don't mean you directly, but why do women feel that men can read their minds? In your opinion.
Me and my husband been together for a while, so sometimes I think that he knows me well enough,
or he should know you well enough.
Yeah, he should.
Assumption.
Yeah, an assumption indeed.
That hurts my thing, isn't it? So, I mean, and normally he's pretty good at that. So, I always coach you that, like, if I'm hungry, for instance, you know what I like. The type of things that I like.
You know what I like. Okay.
Yeah. So, the same. What you want to stop baby already. But that's seen it off that week, I'll be like, I know you like this, I'm gonna go ahead and guys, no, not so much, I guess, but I mean, I don't know. You gotta say that fancy thing. I asked me to put it off, and I was like, I don't know, but I know what I don't.
Well, you think you know until you don't, until you find out you don't know. That's pretty much how it operates, and then it's like. And then that can turn into an argument alone. Because you don't know me like you say you do, and all this, this other, whatever.
Yeah. So I'm always indecisive when he's always asking me for something. He's like, well, just, and then he's like, well, we're gonna go here, and I'm like, no, that's what it is. And he's like, well,
Yeah.
So I kind of. frustration. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's women. I mean, I don't know how they win. You know, I don't know. We all assume that people can read our minds. And yeah, I know it's a bad habit that a lot of us have. You know, maybe they will get better with that. Man, I need to listen to that show.
Yeah, you should. Everybody should listen to the Locker Room show from, especially the ladies. And no, normally the show's for the guys, but definitely, ladies, you should definitely listen to the Locker Room episode of yesterday. He's Not a Mind Reader. You can find that on the Romy Mac YouTube channel. Yeah, we just plugged that in. Working to where we can get the shows back on iTunes. Yeah. Well, eventually I'll get that up and running. But yeah. What else? How we want to go next with this? Because I mean, Mike, we pretty much set our stance on the whole mind reading thing yesterday. But so I ask you this then, Mike. Could you handle your lady having a straight male friend that she's been intimate with before you?
Man, that's. I mean,
I'm gonna. I got my answer with the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? For me, yeah, whatever. I have no problem with that because I mean, what's mine is mine. You know what I'm saying? So.
But is it yours though, or is it just your turn?
Oh well, then there you go. Well, that all depends on the trust that you develop with your woman. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the case, and you find something out that something did happen, I would say after you guys are together, I mean, you can either be mad or you can take that information and press on. It depends on how much time you've invested, how much money you've invested. That's for damn sure. And then you respond. You respond to such, man. Like if you carry on in any relationship feeling that the individual is up to no good, then what really do you have? You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't what you do with me there. It's what you do when I'm not there that really determines the strength of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I personally, who have played both, I played both sides. You know what I'm saying? I have done. I've done wrong when the individual wasn't there, and I've had wrong done to me when I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where a relationship, like again, it's not like I always equate like what a relationship should be. It should like the type of love that you give to not even though it's not your kid. But the type of love and like stuff you would give to your kid, once you get to a point where you're no longer checking on, there's going to come a point in time where I'm not looking, I'm not checking on my daughter to make sure that she's carrying herself the right way. I just kind of know based off of how she's been raised that this, you don't have anything, to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So it gets to a point in a relationship, at least in my eyes, you know what I'm saying, to where it's just, you just carry on as such. You know what I'm saying? She got me, I got her, type of thing, and you don't allow anybody to infiltrate that. Again, there's going to be people that try to come into your life and try to take what you have. You know what I'm saying? That right there should show the type of the strength of your the strength of your relationship, because it only takes one thing, man, to like really destroy what I would say years and years of trust. You know what I'm saying? Like that you've built upon each other. It only takes that one thing to shatter that shit. It's not like the trust is not be able to be built again, but it sucks to do that shit. I tell you that. It really does suck to like kind of
But does that define the relationship though between the two? Me personally, I don't think it should. Like even if that one thing does happen, if the relationship's strong enough, y'all should be able to work through that.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, and I'm saying it won't work out, but it's gonna take some fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Right. And in most cases, it's the guys. You know what I'm saying? On average, you hear about the guy fucking up more so than the woman. And I have to say that women don't fuck up.
Caught because
there you go.
To the grave,
and there you,
I
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 For sure. For sure. That's the other side of shit right there. That's a whole nother ball game, man. So I asked you, Ab, could you handle? Yeah, could you handle could you handle Jeff having? He's not here to really defend himself, but could you handle Jeff having a straight woman as a friend that he was intimate with before you?
Yeah, I know I can't handle that.
Why not?
Oh,
Be honest. Yeah, I mean that's what we're here. That's what this platform is here for. Just be honest. Go ahead. What's the reason? What is the?
This was someone that you know been intimate with before in the past. They were like kids, I guess. I don't know. And I mean, hey, keep it from a distance. You know that person is far away, so I have nothing to worry about. You know.
What is the worry? But what's your worry though?
So do you feel as though she would be a threat?
Yeah. So that's the question.
I don't know. I can't say whether or not. I don't know that person. I don't know. I don't know that person. You know. I really couldn't answer that because I don't know. I don't know that person.
Right.
So would you feel better or comfortable if you were introduced to her? Or you just don't want nothing to do with it?
It might feel kind of weird. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It might feel kind of weird and awkward. You know, but if once, you know, I get to know that person, hopefully that person ain't like, you know, all taking my face or whatever. Then, you know, then I can say, okay, cool, you know. But I don't know that person, but if I was to be introduced to him, I don't know, I might feel kind of weird about it, yeah. Just because I know, you know, I don't know, I know she was with her, but you know, it's still kind of awkward. You know what I mean?
Like once you start playing that what if game in your mind, the results are endless. You know what I'm saying? Like does he again, you know, for us guys, you know, did he hit that ass the way that I did and shit like that? Did he did he eat you the way I do it? Is he better and shit like that? You know, almost like that Martin episode with Keith Washington comes on the fucking comes like to the show and like Gina knows him and he's sitting there trying to wonder like, you know what I'm saying, like who was better and shit. Like who gives a fuck? And half the time you might not want to know the answer. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They will that's the shit that will shatter. That will shatter your ego. That will shatter that ego. You know what I'm saying? Like that. The male ego is very fragile. Like just let that shit ride, man. You know, the ignorance is bliss in that case. The less you know, the better. And just just press on. I don't go looking for shit. Fuck that. Well, if I'm going looking for shit, that's a wrap. It's game over at that point. You know, I've already lost. If I'm out there, if I'm out trying to find, you know, my woman in the wrong, the game, we've already lost. You know.
Right, you already heading in the wrong direction.
Yep, nobody wins when the family feuds.
You hurt even more because of information you don't know.
Exactly. You know, it's like, you know what? You just got a bad feeling about stuff. Once you make that decision to go look for shit, just go ahead and when you find it, you're gonna have to end it. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point of going through all that? Nobody, male, female, should have to go through, you know, should be put through that situation where they feel like, you know, the trust has been violated again, you know. So I know for sure I violated trust for sure before in my life. So again, I wouldn't want, looking back on everything, I definitely would have done things a little bit differently. But you know, such is life, and you know, you live and you learn. So you know, don't get involved in anything you're really not you're not ready to take on. It's probably the I would say the best advice I can give to anyone. Let me see. So yeah, that's that's you know, that's just stance. So no straight. There's no straight female friend for Jeff. Pretty much. We got that. We got.
Hey, I don't know. Some girls like both ways. I don't know if she might think I'm not. I don't know, but I don't.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. You know, holidays is coming up, so I gotta. If you do drink, I mean, Mike, what's your drink normally that you get around the holidays?
I mean, anything's possible. possible, honestly. That's pretty much what. Yeah, you got that. I mean, I don't really deal with that when they eggnog too much. I mean, it's just like a holiday type thing, then maybe, you know what I'm saying? If somebody got it, and I might have like a couple too, but.
It was wild. I only drunk eggnog because I saw the shit in the movie around the holidays. I don't give a fuck about the eggnog. Man, I had some of that shit. You know, I think my dad made it one time for like something around the holidays, like eggnog. I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good on that, and I don't really care too much for it. But me, I drink whatever is available is getting got. You know, whatever, you know, depending on the budget. You might get anything from like a natural ice. You can get you can get like a full pack of natural ice, like for the cheapest, like maybe, I don't know, that'll run you like $3 or $4 or something like that. So it's like dollar beer, basically, but it's horrible for your insides. Alcohol.
You drinking that Still Reserve?
Yeah. What else? Loopy's by 3 Olives. That shit is magical, man. That shit tastes just like Fruit Loops with anything. You can drink Loopy with I don't know, pineapple juice is probably good with it. Yeah, so anything like citrus based is probably good. Crown Royal Vanilla is the business. So of course, Patron. You never go wrong with Patron. Ciroc pineapple, Ciroc peach, Ciroc
mango.
Yeah. Ciroc mango with like, again, give it like, you know, what we tried one time. We did pineapple. Yeah, we did not pineapple. We did lemonade. We did lemonade with Ciroc.
The red berry?
Yeah, I think so. I think that shit's classic, man. I'm trying to think what else. What's some other? Oh yeah, Sprite. Yeah, Sprite and Ciroc peach. Yeah, that's one hell of a combination right there. Yeah, Ciroc peach and Sprite. For those looking to try different drinks or something you may not have had before, that is one magical drink. I have to say, Ciroc peach and Sprite. What else for the hard liquor motherfuckers? Oh yeah, I drink Fireball too. I keep Fireball. I'm like a junkie with that shit. You know what I'm saying? One of them guys you just see in like a liquor in a brown paper bag or something like that. You know, it's Fireball alone is great. If you like the candy, you know what I mean? It tastes just like an atomic Fireball. And then Fireball with like Angry Orchard, they call it Angry Balls. First time I had that was at Dave & Buster's. What else is good with Fireball? Like maybe a Dr. Pepper or maybe, I don't know, Pepsi. You can try different shit. I saw something through Pinterest called Grinch Punch. This shit looks awesome. It's it's Hawaiian. What is it? Yeah, it's like the green. I think it's like a green Hawaiian punch thing. And then there was also what else? Sprite. There was the Hawaiian punch, that green Hawaiian punch, Sprite, and I believe a form of vodka. And they call that shit Grinch Punch. It has to go down. So that's something I want to try differently this year and see how that comes out. But we got holiday party, Christmas holiday parties. Like what's some of the wildest you remember? I'm sure, even you're still in the military. I would say from my military days, like it's some wild shit that goes down at like I want to say Christmas parties for your section. Like literally, I've seen what happened. I would say the wild thing that happened at our party, and this is not giving any names away, but definitely seen somebody leave with somebody else's wife at a at a Christmas party, which is I mean, suspect, scandalous, however you want to call it. You know, yeah. So Ab, I mean, what's the wild shit that's popped off at your holiday gatherings?
Some crazy stuff at the last one for two. That was like years ago. My drink was that. I think like 2 years was down into wine. So, no, that's not even close to what y'all was talking about. But
Wine's good, you know what I'm saying? It's more of an extended night type deal, you know what I mean? It's more mature, I would say.
Yeah, it's elegant. It's very elegant.
Yeah. It's like classic, you know what I'm saying?
I used to hate rum. But I don't know. I used to like Lomo Collins a lot. He was my friend. I don't know. I wasn't really into like drinking like that. I mean, I did it, but I wasn't like, all these like the glitch stuff on my drink like that. That sounds tasty. I don't know. Usually I just try whatever, and if I like it, then I like it. I'll stick with it. I've seen some crazy wild things going down with folks drinking, and that's why I stopped drinking, I think, because I like to watch the drunk people, get chips and that.
Oh, yeah, you definitely have to observe when you at, like, a holiday party, man. You can't be, you know what I'm saying, people be acting wild. I done seen it where, she was a captain, female, man, getting it in with all types of different ranks. I was like, oh, okay, this shit wild, and left with an airman. So I mean, yeah.
I would have been that airman. I'm letting you know that right now. That was.
I mean, he shot his shot. I can't.
Listen, man. My military days, bro. Like, if it involved, I'm telling you, me and Ric Flair was like, me and Ric Flair got the same personality, bro. If it involved a woman, sign me up. God damn it. That's what it was gonna happen. Yeah. So. Yeah, I again, and those things like those forbidden things that you're not supposed to do, I probably would have tried it. You know what I mean? Just because, like, that's the challenge. Who doesn't like a challenge? You know what I mean? There's been scenarios from the military days. It's like, I don't believe you. Again, it would be frowned upon, by others. But it was good times. It made for good times. I made the most of my 4 years in the Air Force. I appreciate it. Some things will go unmentioned, but it was a good time. It was a real good time. I do miss the holiday. I do miss the holiday parties. It's just a reason to get. Obviously we get dressed up outside of work. You find out that bush looking that woman in uniform, it actually looks pretty good. When she get dolled up outside of work.
Holiday party.
You're like, damn, she don't look like the bushwhackers no more. She coming here, she's strutting. You know what I mean? But yeah, they were fun. They were fun. They were definitely fun. But we grow up. But this was, we look back on stuff we did in our youth and like, damn, wow, we really did that. So, anyway, I want to say, Eb. So this net neutrality, are you? Do you know much about it? I mean, I can explain it to my best ability, but you know much about the net neutrality issue that the FCC just approved for this week?
All I know was the FCC turned it down. So, but it's still not. It's still gonna have some more processes to go through.
Right.
To determine. So, as far as from what I'm understanding, is that with this net neutrality thing, which we don't want, is because they like use Netflix and Hulu and all that now, right? And we say for just use Netflix and Hulu. So I guess what you're saying is that they're taking that away, and what it is you have to, I guess, buy stuff in, I don't know if it's like in a bundle or something like that. It's pretty much more, they're controlling more. You're going to be controlled as to what you can watch, and certain things. So say like if I go with internet company over here, or this, say if I go with this cable company here, you're not gonna get everything you want to watch. So you got to pay extra within that, you know. So it's a little confusing when it comes to us, but as far as I know, it's a bad thing. You know,
I would say the best way to explain this is almost equivalent to, you remember the time when Wi-Fi was free for your cell provider, and then they realized that we were going towards Wi-Fi, so they decided to charge you for like data. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a control on the system, and they're trying to put a control on the internet as a whole to deter, so make you basically going to charge you more to get access to a particular website. That's how this thing is breaking down, and it's infringing on our I don't know, I would say our internet rights. That's pretty much what's happening. And so we're trying to fight that case, but there's no limit to what people will do, as far as like to have control, to ways to make more money. And these are and this is pretty much one of those cases with net neutrality of how they wanted to control, again, to continue to control us and determine what we see and not see. So it's bullshit, but it is our government, and that's how they try to do things. They try to control everything that what we see and do, and again, or monitor everything that we do, rather, which they're doing right now. There's there's certain words that trigger and determine the monitoring, from what I understand. Almost like what's the movie with Will Smith and Gene Hackman? Fuck is that name? Enemy of the State. Like Enemy of the State. Yeah. They're got these tech geeks somewhere just listening in on everything, waiting for something to go down, and when it goes down, that's all she wrote.
We already being monitored,
Yeah, which is fine. I hope they.
People also that's the website that I want to go to. I get blocked, even if it is legit.
You basically have a government computer at home.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they. I hope they enjoyed the show. I hope they enjoyed listening to the show, and they tell people about 2 cents. That'd be great. If you're monitoring, do that. Yeah. That would definitely be awesome. But yeah, I think we touched on roughly everything we wanted to speak. What's I know you got a rant lined up, so yeah, let us yeah. What you want to rant about today?
I don't know. I don't really have a rant. What y'all think I should rant about? What have y'all come across this week that thinks I need a rant?
You should. I don't know, Star Wars, or.
No, y'all not like Star Wars? I'm gonna talk.
Oh, do you know anything about the tax bill they're trying?
The who?
Tax bill.
The tax bill.
The tax bill.
Yeah, for the it's a relief for the rich, and then the middle class, you suck.
It's always gonna be for the rich. It's always gonna be for the rich. I'm making. The only thing I have to say about that is more of everybody needs to get out and up on all. We people in office.
You also have to know what you're voting for.
Huh?
You also need to know what you're voting for.
Look at these people, read information about them from legit sources, .com or Bullshit.com and shit like that, but no fake legit resources. Look these people up and that information and find out what they are about before you just throw any name on the ballot. That's one important thing that y'all need to know. Get to know the people in your communities, your congressmen, all that. Get to people before you vote. That way you can make a sound, smart decision.
Well, shit, they're not even doing that according to this bill, because apparently they passed this shit. I think it's like, what, 500 pages or some shit like that, and they made a decision within 2 hours.
Alabama, was it Alabama? Was Moore won in Alabama? Not Moore. Was it?
He was running. He lost to Doug somebody. But they're still they were trying to pass this tax bill before he gets sworn in.
Yeah, Roy Moore. Yeah, Roy Moore lost to Doug Jones. Yeah. Doug Jones. He tried the KKK for killing 4 black girls. So he's a good dude. At least for the being in the office. That is.
Everybody needs to know who you're voting for. Start looking that stuff up now. Don't wait until voting season. You need to know who these people are now and all these bills that they got. Read about them before you vote on them.
Okay.
Yeah, go out and register. If you are able to register, go out and do it.
I think the deadline to sign up for Obamacare or to re-sign up for it, if you had it, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. But they're trying to get rid of it. So, I don't know.
They are.
I've heard positive and negative results about the ACA. I'm not sure. No, because I got my own care. That's meant towards me. But, I don't know. It's a good thing for some people and it's a bad thing for others. It just needs to tweak a little bit. I don't know. But I think some of those rules that they have in place should still be there. Like, there's been an insurance company, they can't turn you down if you have previous existing conditions. I think that, that part right there is important to a lot of people. Maybe they should just, get rid of the whole thing, but just change it a bit, to keep, so that they can keep some of the good stuff in place like that, you want to get rid of it as a whole. To think about it, if you had a pre-existing condition, your insurance company would drop you and get caught on. And it seems like nowadays insurance companies are running your health care, if you think about it. Because you have to go through them to get approved just to get a certain procedure, life or death. Somebody who's in the bed in the office is not a doctor to determine whether or not you're going to get care. And that is something that needs to be fixed. I really think that should be fixed. Insurance companies should not determine your health, what type of health care you're going to receive.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that constitutes your rant for the day of, but yeah. I don't pretty much have anything else for us to touch on as far as I know. I mean, Mike, you got anything?
I'm pretty much good. I think I said a lot yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Again, we want to say definitely check out the Locker Room episode of yesterday. I think it'll get a strong reaction from the female community, as expected. But it does give an insight on how some guys view why women believe we're mind readers, but can't live with you, can't live without you. So it's just the way it goes. But Ebony, you got anything else before we get out of here?
No, I think I nothing.
Cool. All right. Well, this is 2 cents. Be sure to follow the show on the Romy Mac YouTube channel. Working it to where you'll be able to see everybody that's on the show on their actual face. That'll be coming soon. Working hard at that. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, ROMEY_MAK, and you can follow Sugar Booger on Twitter at Croon Booger. And Mike, did you want to give out any contact info?
Yeah, y'all can follow me at yourmamashouse.com. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it. You know what I mean? mamashouse.com/getting dick. That's what she got. But from Romy Mac, Mike, and Sugar Booger, we out. Peace.